Music can change the world because music can change people. Bono, the famous lead singer from U2, said this, and I agree with him 100%. Ever since I picked up a guitar more than 6 years ago, I knew that something special had happened. And I realized that music had changed me in 3 ways. The first, music made me a more driven individual. Secondly, it made me a more passionate individual. And last, it made me a more social person. I'll start with the first. Music made me a more driven individual because I had to put time and effort into what I was doing. When I first picked up a guitar, I thought, this is going to be easy. I'm going to be playing songs within, 1 week. But I found out that was definitely not the case. It was a whole lot harder than what I thought. So I started to take lessons. And each week, I'd see my instructor. He'd give me 3 chords, and I would go home and learn those chords and practice them. And he told me the only way you're going to make it as a guitarist is through practice. So I would take time, out of my day to practice each day. At least an hour. I was missing out on things that I'd rather be doing, hanging out with friends or just relaxing. But I knew if I kept at it that I could be a successful guitarist. But after a month or so, I got really discouraged. And my instructor told me, you have to stay focused. And to do this, I would just look up to my idols. Eddie Van Halen, Joe Walsh, David Gilmour. Those were the guitarists I wanted to be like. And they gave me the drive to keep doing what I was doing. And it taught me to appreciate hard work. And if I really wanted something, I had to put in time and effort to do this. And it taught me patience. And with patience, it taught me a passion for what I was doing. Music made me a more passionate person because I found the love of the hard work I was putting into it. With all the practice, memorizing scales and chords, that was my labor of love, was the music I made. It taught me a love of the art that I was creating. And it was art. Instead of a canvas and a brush, I had a guitar and an amplifier. And it made me love it even more because I could express myself through music. It was a journal of sorts. If I was having a bad day, I could just sit down, write a song. It made me love it even more because I put all this time and energy into my art. It taught me to be passionate about what I was doing. And it made me understand how other musicians felt about their music and their art. I could tell when David Gilmour from Pink Floyd would play a solo, especially to Comfortably Numb. I could tell he loved what he was doing. He loved his art. You could tell by his expression and just the way he presented himself on stage that he was glad to be there. He had passion for what he did. And with this, I found that other people shared my love of music, which helped make me a more social person. Music made me a social person because I met my best friends through music. We never really talked that much, and we went to the same high school. But one day we found out we all played an instrument, and we got together, and we formed a band. And ever since then, we've been best friends. I'm really thankful for that. And also, there exists a network of musicians, which we all help each other out. All good musicians want to help each other out. And I learned tricks for the guitar through these musicians. I've met, very interesting people. And the love of music all brings us together, and it makes us more social. Because you meet many acquaintances. And they're very interesting people. In conclusion, music has changed my life for the better. It has made me a more driven person. It has taught me passion and to be passionate. And it has made me a more social person. Before music, I felt my life was dull. But I feel that music has allowed me to come out of my shell and be a more vibrant person. Bono said, music can change the world because music can change people. I know it can because it has changed me. Thank you.